And we pleasure to have Rameez, one of our CIP international students from Pakistan, to the talk, CIP International Student Review. So, Rameez, thank you very much for joining the talk, our International Student Review session. How are you doing, Rameez?
I'm doing great. What about you?
I'm good, thank you. Ramesh, I had the pleasure of working with our CIP team, Arslan, and with so many good students like you from Pakistan. I met you at York, and I hope you're enjoying your studies and you're happy with your decision to come to Canada.
Absolutely. It's been a good decision so far. If you work hard, if you're strong enough, then Canada is for you.
Yeah. So, did you have any friends previously, and why did you decide on Canada?
I've heard a lot of things from some of my relatives are here. I've taken feedback from them that how's Canada treating them. Then, there's a lot of things I've heard previously, like Canada's the land of opportunities, Canada's land of immigrants. It's very immigrant friendly. And then obviously, in this part of the world, you get a lot of other opportunities that you cannot get in your home country. And then, I explored a few options. Then there were a few of my friends, they were with me in back in my university, in my bachelor's, and they recently moved to Canada. And surprisingly, they were CIP students as well. So one was Hussain, one was Basit. So they referred me to Arsalan Bhai and then obviously CIP. So I did the discovery. I was pretty satisfied with all the options that I was having, and I said, okay, let's do this. Let's take the chance and let's apply for it. And Alhamdulillah, I got the approval. Everything went pretty smooth, timely, and then I was here like 10 months ago. And first program has ended. Now I'm starting my second course. So it's been a good journey.
Yes. So, how was your experience? Zain is here from a Pakistan team. Arslan, I think he's not here, but his Zain is actually Arslan's older brother.
Oh, that's great. That's great to know.
Yeah, so
Mention
he's
Niyat.
joined us. Yes, yeah, I've asked him to unmute. But how was your journey with CIP Pakistan? We are a virtual platform, and you only talked, you never met Arslan, right? So, how was your journey with CIP Pakistan, with our
It
Pakistan
was it
team?
was like I've always like preferred in-person interactions, but I think with this experience, I think I can trust more people with virtual interactions because Arsalan was always there, always available. I question a lot, more than usual. So he was always there to answer all my queries. And then I was satisfied at this level that I think since I'm in Canada, I've at least referred like 35, 40 people, and I think three, four are already in the process, very ahead in the process. So pretty satisfied and very professional. Everything was there, especially this thing that you do, like the 9 to 12 thing every day. So it gives a great platform to interact with you, have your questions answered. As I just had a question, and just like in 2 minutes, I got the correct answer. And otherwise, I have to ask so many people, and used to back and forth and
Yes.
everything.
Well, yeah, Ramesh, just to add, for CIP students, this link is active in Canada, CIP students in Canada. The Zoom is active from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. So
Oh,
anytime
perfect.
anybody has issues, they can always jump into the Zoom. We have one of our CIP team members always here to coordinate and connect. So guys, if you have any questions, CIP students, feel free to reach here. Ramesh, we all talk about the good things. I know we come from Asia, we born from India, Pakistan. So coming from countries like us, we used to be work in pressure, but again, still, did you have any challenges? You're a very positive person. I know you will never say no to any challenge, but did you have to face challenges when you landed in Canada, right? What was going in your mind when you landed in, and what were the challenges you had to face?
Yeah, sir, challenges everybody faced, obviously, and there was challenges that were faced by me as well. But I came here with a mindset that I have to be very persistent. I have to keep on doing the efforts until I get what I want. And I preferred that I didn't want to do any odd jobs like working in restaurants and stuff because I have a lot of experience, so I should use that. And I'm already in marketing, so why not market myself? All those networking tips and personal branding and all that. So I came here with that mindset that I want to do something better than what the existing students are doing and maybe help them and set an example for them. so that they have the motivation that okay, we don't have to come and we have to do the jobs in the restaurants and stuff. So there were challenges like for initial 2 months, the job search and settling down and finding a place, and then weather is obviously also one of the reasons, one of the things. But I think there are a lot of things that you can do. Number one, as you said, being positive is obviously very important. And then I think networking is something that I would recommend everybody to do here, because the connections you make here, you don't know, they can help you anytime. They could be of help. You are, you're helping them, they're helping you. So it builds a very healthy relationships. So helped me overcome my challenges, and that is how I got my first job. And like I think around 52, 53 days, I posted about that on the LinkedIn as well, where it was through networking. And I started all this, before coming to Canada on LinkedIn. Like I traveled in April, and in March I started all the research. I started reaching out to people on LinkedIn, for guidance and stuff. So yeah, I think it paid off. But challenges are always there. You just have to be persistent. You just have to be, consistent. And if you work hard, then Canada is for you. This is what my uncle, tells me every time. And when my parents were visiting me, he said that Canada जो है ना रामेश के लिए बना है, रामेश कनाडा के लिए बना है, वो सही जगह है, आप टेंशन नहीं लो कोई भी.
That is
So
nice. And Gautam uncle is also saying the same thing. Hardworking people, be positive. There is, there was a very nice video I'll post it today. The story of success. I watched it yesterday. We will always be challenges in life, and we have no option but to succeed with our hard work and effort. So, Ramesh, your first job was, what was your first job? While you
my
were a
first job
student,
was
you were working. Yeah.
Yeah. So my first job was at the Aga Khan Museum. So I had experience back in digital marketing and a little bit of website. So they have an e-commerce website on Shopify, which was pretty simple, not that not very complicated in terms of development and coding, because that I don't do. But I've worked in like CMS, like WordPress and Shopify. So they had a lot of new initiatives that they wanted to take. And so my first job was there, and it came through networking, because the HR person there, I reached out to her. Two or three people also referred me to her. So it was a journey where two, three people referred me, and then we met, and then finally she gave me the opportunity to interview in multiple departments. So I started off in customer service, but like in just 2 or 3 weeks, I was shifted to the corporate role, that was the e-commerce specialist role. So I worked there for like 7, 8 months, and then on site I was doing a little bit of freelance work for one of the businesses, small businesses here. And then recently I started at Humber College as their placement support officer. So the contract at the museum was like 7, 8 months. It expired in December, and then from January I started like placement support officer at Humber.
That is congratulations. That is so nice. So, uh, you know, so how like so what is your current job role at Humber College?
So the current job role is with the Faculty of Media and Creative Arts in Humber College. So it has, I think around 38 or 40 programs, and then we have multiple people working under it. So it's work integrated learning, just like, co-ops and internships and stuff. But every university and every institution has a different terminology that they call. So here it's work integrated learning. So now our job as placement support officers is to, we have a few programs dedicated to each officer. And then for those programs, we are, working very closely with the work learning advisor. So, there will be things related to, so every student who is either doing a degree or a diploma or a certificate, they will have a few courses named as professional practice or field experience. So to get that field experience, all those things that are involved, such as, networking tips, job hunting, job portals, and then actually getting them the placement. So we help the students get those placements and those experiences, so they can, learn what they have studied so far, and then they could, apply as a practical
That's an interesting
experience.
job because, yeah, that's a very interesting job, Ramesh, because you will also have an opportunity. You're still doing your second program at York, and you are already working with employers, so that will give you a great networking opportunity for your future full-time job, right? That's
100%.
nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, Ramesh, one last question. What would you advise, prospective students from Pakistan and other countries, right? How can they succeed here? I know you did mention, but just before closing, just want to have you've been through this journey. So, what would you advise them?
I would say that, don't lose hope. It will take time. Best things always take time. Work hard, believe in yourself. do a lot of research before coming here, get mentally prepared. You should know that what actually the life is here. Try connecting with people with your similar backgrounds or from your university, and then you'll get a fair idea of what's happening. Because some people, some influencers, show Canada as it's like heaven, and there are no problems at all and everything. You should know the ground realities. You should prepare for that. You should give yourself enough time. You should say that success, hard work is in my hand, and then success is given by God. But hard work should always be my priority, and just keep doing that consistently, and then inshallah you will succeed.
It's very true, because there's no heaven on earth. And I think only when we
Yeah,
die, we might end up being in earth. So while we are alive, we have to work, keep working till we succeed, right? But thank you very much, Ramesh, to joining the talk and giving your review of your journey with CIP and here in Canada at York University. One last question: York University. How is your experience with York? Studying at York.
so yeah, it's been a great experience. So the good thing is that it's huge. You have so many opportunities. You can even work there as a student. I like got two interviews, didn't clear that unfortunately. But if I got that interview and if I cleared that position, I could have worked full time, even though I'm a student. Because on campus you can work full time, right? So there are a lot of opportunities. It's very diverse. People from all countries, all walks of life are there. And then, especially, I would like to say that the management and the faculty, they are so helpful. You might have seen me in that event as well. Michelle and
Yes.
Christine and everybody. I was talking to everybody.
Yeah,
They help you.
yes, he was talking to the associate vice president, the manager of international. Everybody knows him there.
Absolutely. So that's because of LinkedIn. And, I was in touch with them on LinkedIn. We interact a lot over the post, and then we met finally in person. So it was a great connection. So, those management people are very good, very helpful. And then York University is a huge, very huge campus. There is a lot of campus life happening there, a lot of, things to do. You make a lot of new friends, a lot of things to do, a lot of good food to eat. So yeah, it's a great place to study.
Okay. But thank you very much, Ramesh, and best wishes. And again, anytime you need help, please just come here and we will fast track our CIP students. Okay, thank you. And